Hello, I'm Pilar Bewley, founder of Mainly Montessori, and today you and I are going to take a quick behind the scenes look at the Homeschool Pod Incubator Program. Now, if you've ever wondered if it could be possible for you to expand your homeschool beyond your one, two, or three children that you work with, the answer is yes. And this is exactly why I created the Pod Incubator Program. Now, I started homeschooling just my two children when they were about 7 and 3.5. And after a couple of years, it became evident that while they loved working with me and I loved working with them, it was also going to be beneficial to have a few other children around, friends that shared our similar values and that they could explore and do projects with in a way that I just couldn't satisfy on my own. I have worked with different formats of learning groups. From a large group of 10 children in my home to a smaller, cozier group of 6 children, 4 children. I've also run learning groups for upper elementary. And so I have seen all of the different ways that you can bring Montessori homeschooling to other families, that you can provide your children with a broader sense of community, and that you can make money while you do this. So, I want to share with you today what I have created for you here and how it's going to help you to take that dream and turn it into a reality. Let's get started by taking a look at the modules that you will have access to inside our community platform. So everything that you need is going to be in one place. Let's take a look. The incubator is broken down into modules, and the first one focuses on helping you take that vision and really refine it and start connecting with other families who share that vision in order to bring it to fruition. Now, it's really important to point out that you do not have to turn your home into a full-fledged classroom. You do not have to have 10 students in your living room. You can start with inviting one more child or two more children to join one or two of your homeschool days every week. And as you get more comfortable and as your skills start to grow, you can open your doors to more families if that's what you want. But the benefits of having a learning group start even from having one extra child join you. So the first module really helps you to develop that framework to identify what kind of program do I want? How many children do I need to have? What families are best aligned with my values, with my vision, and how can I connect with them? Now, module number two dives into the prepared learning environment. So we talk about the principles of setting up a prepared environment, and then I give you a homeschool tour. I help you identify essentials both for primary and elementary, and I help you go through a variety of tips for creating materials on a budget. Once you have families that you've connected with and you've set up a prepared environment, then we start to look at systems. And systems are arguably one of the most important parts of your homeschool learning group because you're no longer just working with one or two children. Now you have to have a much more intentional flow in order for your program to be successful. But that is a lot easier than it sounds once we break it down and once I give you the tools. So what I'm going to show you here is how to establish a flow, especially during those first weeks, how to create a culture of work, how to help children incorporate into your environment and know what to expect. I'm going to help you learn how to plan and prep based on all of my years as a Montessori teacher and all of my years as a homeschool parent. All of that together is going to give you all the tools that you need to plan and prep successfully. Now, we're also going to focus on presenting to a number of children. There are certain Montessori teacher skills that you're going to learn here that are going to make it a lot easier to present in a way that lessons land, that children are excited to learn, and that then you can turn their questions into additional explorations. Now, record keeping becomes really important when you're working with more than one child because it is really hard to keep in your head everything that all the children are doing. So I will show you how to record keep, and I'll also show you how to encourage the children to keep their own records so that they start to become more responsible and accountable for their own learning. We will also dive into developing follow-up work, which are the activities that go after a lesson, and how to dive into research. Whether the children that you're working with are 6 and 7 years old or whether they're 11 and 12, research is such a great thing to do when you have a small learning group. You'll also get the Art of Observation course, which has been transformative for so many families because it helps you to notice and observe and use the information that you gain from your observations, just like a Montessori guide would. This is a really powerful course, and I've included it here to help you. And we're also going to talk about different management systems. What happens with all that work that the children create? Where does it go? How does it flow? How does it get back home? All of that is going to be addressed here. Now, if you're going to be working with elementary age children, then you're going to want to have the great stories. And in this course, we talk about the keys to storytelling, how to tell the great stories and other stories in the curriculum, and then how to follow up after you tell those great stories. And finally, we have Module 5, which focuses on communication. You will learn how to communicate with children using positive discipline skills. You will learn how to promote your program to the broader community, and you'll learn how to communicate with the parents that you're working with to establish healthy boundaries, clear expectations, and to really focus on a partnership. And as a bonus for this course, I offer the Start Strong, Stay Strong Masterclass, which is a 1.5 hour class that's recorded so you can watch on your own time. And it focuses on helping you launch your program with a culture of joyful work. What are the things that we need to do? What are the boundaries? What are the systems? What needs to be in place? And what attitude and mindset do we need to have as adults in order to make this program work, in order to help the children find joy in their learning, and in order for us to also really enjoy what we're doing, because it would not make sense if we didn't enjoy it. And finally, we focus on self-care, and I share with you some final thoughts. All of this is so that you don't burn out, so that you can create systems that are sustainable, and so that you can actually enjoy running a learning group. Now, one bonus that I'm going to offer is a Q&A compilation of some of the most important and most asked questions that have been covered in previous cohorts. This course used to be a group program where everybody was moving at the same pace. However, we found that because we have so many things going on, homeschooling, running our house, some of us even have businesses, it was really hard to keep everyone on the same pace. What I want you to do is to take this information and use it at your own speed. It doesn't matter if you start a program in 2 months, in 6 months, or in 2 years. I want you to have this information available, and I am going to put together those questions that folks have asked and the answers that I have shared with them so that you can have that vault with you to go back to again and again to find the answers to your questions. And speaking of questions and answers, as part of this program, we also have a private forum. So within our platform, if you take a look over here, you are going to be able to click into this private forum that only members of the course can access. And you'll be able to post any questions that you have about the course as you go through the work, as you start implementing the concepts, and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. And because we will have a cohort of folks who are going through all the resources as well, everybody at their own pace, you will all be able to share with each other what you're doing, what is working for you, and you'll be able to help each other and encourage each other. We're here to help you turn your vision into a reality. So if the incubator program is something that resonates with you, if you have the desire to bring in 1, 2, 3 more children and create homeschooling opportunities for the larger community, if you want to make money while you homeschool, and if you want to give your children opportunities to work with other children, to work in teams, to problem solve collaboratively, to create things that are beyond what they can create independently, then this is the program that's right for you. And I would love to get started with you. So if you're ready to jump in with me into the incubator program, then click the link below this video and let's get started. I hope to see you inside the Pod Incubator program very soon. Take care.